Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Aya and Shi. Thank you so much for joining us again this week. One of- this week is Today is the part two of what we've talked about last week, or what we've talked about the last time, which is about we talked. It was like a question and answering section that we ask ourselves, what how are we navigating this life? How are we navigating our marriage and our careers and our things we want in life, our dreams? And we answered in our own best of knowledge. So, like we said, you can tell us if you have anything you want to add to it or take out of it. You understand? So we are open. We're open to corrections, and so not to bore you, let's go straight to the video. This is just like a summary of last week, so we're going straight to the videos, and thank you for joining us again. So Ayo, like we said in the
In
past
our
video,
last
yeah,
video,
in our last
yes.
video, we talked about dreams. So what are we talking about today? I think we should talk about our attitude towards money saving. How
Mhm.
do we save money being married? How do we save money having children, having families? Most times the men, they put those responsibility on us, and if
Mhm.
we were to look at it, it's right for them to put it on us. The women, we're so good at managing
Mhm.
our expenses and so on and so forth, but some women don't know how to do these things. Some women, when you give them money, that is when they remember, oh, I want to buy the new the newest wig in town, the latest clothes. It's going to look good, but
Yeah.
yeah, you have to prioritize. Like I was saying, that we need to talk about we how we prioritize spending money, how we save things we do. It's good to look good. It's good to buy new hair. It's good to buy new shoes, new
Yeah.
things. But you have to know what you do. Let's assume you have £1,000 or 1,000. How do you spend this money?
Yeah.
What are your plans? How did you? How are you with money? When your husband gives you money to spend or he gives you money to save or something, how do you go about that money? You understand what I mean?
Mhm.
That's two questions. So how do you do it?
Yeah. For me, I would say as a mother, and truthfully, um, it's depend on how the budgets are being spread.
Mm,
If you are mostly the one outsider, most of the time you're the one in charge of, not really in charge, but maybe situationally
mm,
you're in charge, you're around, or
mm,
it's easy for one partner to carry more load or more every aspect
mm,
that is being carried out in the house.
mm.
Like feeding, now
Now
feeding
feeding
is
is
a
a lot.
lot.
Yeah.
So maybe you maybe due to your work you stay at home, or due to your
Mm,
work you're not really close to the market every now and then. So I would say the other party that's in form of going out about the food something, or the things you use for food or for daily activities that you need to get every now and then would be spending much.
mm,
So that's just it. Like logically, everybody knows that. So, but still, whatever charge you are in, still determine how manageable you're trying
Also
to.
agree with what you said. Mm,
Women, we tend to take care of the house, and we tend to know how to
manage.
manage
Yeah.
the funds, the
Mm,
income of the
mm,
house, to make sure that a lot of things are being done even with the little budget that is
we have.
in our
Mm,
possession.
mm,
So I would say for me, I tend to prioritize what is important and what they really need at
mm,
that time, that I know that if we don't get it at home, or if we don't sort that out,
mm,
it might take a huge,
mm,
part of our income or part of the budget of the house.
mm,
So whatever amount or that it has been allocated to me, or that's is in my possession to use for the house needs, I make sure that I go for the one that are necessary, because meeting a lot of, or let me say, getting a lot of house needs, or especially when the kids are involved, is a lot of expenses.
mm,
Wherever you might be, you're abroad, you're in Nigeria, you're out of anywhere you are. Yes, everyone, I'm sure you can really relate to this, because you have to be buying a lot of things, those that you planned, and budget that you don't even plan at
mm.
all. So long as kids are involved, you can't
Yeah.
really plan your budget that this is the amount that you will spend in a month.
Mm,
The only thing that could make you plan is if you estimate like around so amount is
mm,
what you would be spending, and you
mm,
will not go above that. and that also depends on your income, because there's an issue with money, or I would say no matter what, the more you earn, do you get me? The more you earn, the more of the increase of your needs. Do you understand? The increase of your needs. So I would just say buy in bulk. If you want to cook in bulk by yourself, or whichever help that you need on that. But make sure that all of these things you buy them in bulk, and budget your expenses on all of those things that are necessary that you spend money on every single time. I mean, those food that you can't just escape. You have to,
you have to
give it to them, like egg, any other thing, whether healthy or unhealthy. Yes, that's just it. You have to budget them and know how much those things are consuming, how much parts of your income you are spending on feeding, and when it has to do with clothing as well, buy the necessary things they need. Not every clothes they will be needing, not every time they'll be needing new things. So just, as a woman, this thing just come naturally easy to us. Like, we get to manage some things, because I do hear this word they say, that when you ask a woman, that when a woman tells you that there is no food in the house, just believe it, that there is still some food left over. So that's just it. Like, we women are gifted that way, and most of us that we've been with, that we have 1 or 2 kids, we know that buying in bulk, cooking in bulk, anything that would reduces daily expenses is just what you should go for. So that just means, and whatever that is left, I get to save, because I know that one plan or the other might come up, and I can take that from my pocket, and we just go along with the flow. But at least we make sure that we save, and we inculcate the habit for them to also save. So that's just how to manage the income. So for me.
Okay. I think the question is directed to me as well.
Okay.
But what I think in my own is this. I think maybe everyone should just do what works best for them.
Yeah.
Because to me, let's say our family has, he will take £300 out of it. When he takes that £300 out of it, he would save it. Then he would give me the £700 left. The £700 left, me, like, normally we buy things every week for the kids. We buy things every week because of school and stuff like that. So we buy that £700. I would share it into 3 places, or into 4 places, as well as anyhow I want it. But out of that £700, we're not. I'm not saying the money is the £700, but because what I'm going to say is going to be more than £700. But we're just using that as an example. So out of the £700, I would get them, because kids, you see, there's one thing about kids that I have studied, and I don't know, maybe that's how all kids are. My own kids, it's like they grow every day. I don't know.
Yeah.
The maximum you can run away from buying clothes is 3 months. 3-4 months, you have to buy them on underneath. Especially my daughter, it just look as if they lent her that clothes, like it's given to her by one tiny baby, and she was the owner. So we try as much as possible every 3 months to get them new clothes. So we keep like £100 separate to keep in. Just, we cannot just bring out the money for the clothes just like that. It's not that easy. So we keep that money separate somewhere, and after that 3 months, we have like 300-400 pounds. Then we use it to buy the clothes. So we buy, like she said, we buy in bulk as well. So we try as much as possible that rice, eggs, stuff like that is something you buy per month.
Yeah.
Not per week. The only thing we buy per week is like juice, because they drink that a lot, kids. Juice, bread, luncheons, cheese, all those stuff. Those are things you have to buy every week. So I think everybody has to know what works for our family. What works for her might not work for me. Even if you want to buy a hair, don't just use the money you're supposed to use to buy food to buy a hair. You understand what I mean? You can take out, like I said, you can take out like £20, and keep it somewhere. Gradually, you're taking it out little by little. It will not affect the budget. When you're taking it out little by little, with time you have enough to buy the hair, to buy whatever you want, and look good. So don't inconvenience your family because you want to look good. These things we're saying is just to advise us as women, because most women, they prioritize their self. None of them, they take care of their kids as well, but those things are not needed at that moment. Your kids need to look healthy, to eat healthy, not just look beautiful facially. Everything inside out, they have to be beautiful. So I think that is my own way that I try to minimize spending and saving. So the question goes to you: what question do you think you have for
on this segment? The next question I would say which we would like to talk about is how we tend to rest and finding purpose and also taking rest while juggling all of these activities. So how do we rest? How do we take rest? How do we make sure that we are also in good health while we are taking care of the house?
Yeah, it's a very, very good question because a lot of women normally say they are always burnt out. They feel burnt out, they feel tired all the time. It is true. But me as a person, I don't feel burnt out. Like you normally, you know me. I don't feel burnt. It's not that because I don't do things. No, I do. But I prioritize my own health above some things that are not necessary. When you have kids, you cannot expect your house to be 100% clean every day. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
See, I will tell you a secret is that sometimes when I'm about to have visitors, that is when I start running around. You know, like me now, I prioritize resting a lot because I believe when you do it now, when you give those kids 5 minutes, the house is upside down again. Especially my own kids. I don't know of other kids, but my own kids, they outbreak to keep in just we cannot just bring out the money for the clothes just like that.
Just
it's not
like,
that
yeah,
easy.
yeah.
So we keep that money separate somewhere, and after that 3 months we have like 300, 400 pounds that we use it to buy the clothes. So we buy, like she said, we buy in bulk as well. So we try as much as possible that rice, eggs, stuff like that is something you buy per month,
Yeah.
not per week. The only thing we buy per week is like juice because they drink that a lot, kids. Juice, bread, um, um, luncheons, cheese, all those stuff. Those are things you have to buy every week. So I think everybody has to know what works for our family. What works for her might not work for. Even if you want to buy a hair, don't just use the money you're supposed to use to buy food to buy a hair. You understand what I mean? You can take out, like I said, you can take out like 20 pounds, 20 pounds, and keep it somewhere. Gradually, you're taking it out little by little. It will not affect the budget. When you're taking it out little by little, with time you have enough to buy the hair, to buy whatever you want, and look good. So don't inconvenience your family because you want to look good. These things we're saying is just to advise us as women because most women they prioritize their self. None of them they take care of their kids as well, but those things are not needed at that moment.
Yeah,
Your kids need to look healthy, to eat healthy, not just look beautiful facially. Everything inside house, they have to be beautiful. So I think that is my own way that I try to minimize spending and saving. So the question goes to you: what question do you think you have for
on this segment? The next question I will say which we would like to talk about is how we tend to rest and finding purpose and also taking rest while juggling all of these activities. So how do we rest? How do we take rest? How do we make sure that we are also in good health while we are taking care of the house?
Yeah, it's a very, very good question because a lot of women normally say they are always burnt out. They feel burnt out, they feel tired all the time. It is true. But me as a person, I don't feel burnt out. Like you normally, you know me. I don't feel burnt. It's not that because I don't do things. No, I do. But I prioritize my own health above some things that are not necessary. When you have kids, you cannot expect your house to be 100% clean every day. It doesn't work that way. See, I will tell you a secret is that sometimes when I'm about to have visitors, that is when I start running around. Like me now, I prioritize resting a lot because I believe when you do it now, when you give those kids 5 minutes, the house is upside down again. Especially my own kids. I don't know of other kids, but my own kids, the house is so crazy again. I try to make them arrange after themselves, but it's not that easy. It's not that okay for me because I will not even be convenient with whatever they do. I want to redo it myself. And again, my own way of resting is that try as much as possible. If you can afford it, get help. Nobody is that rich. Even me, I'm managing myself. We're managing, but out of that managing, out of that budget, we still squeeze out, look for someone to come once a week, twice a week to clean the house. Because you see, taking care of kids, cooking, intending to their health, to everything, trying to put everything in order, it's not easy. It tells on your body, it makes you feel burnt out, like many women say. But when you have someone that helps you during the week, that all you have to do is arrange, just let the house be in order, look clean, look okay. It will be more easier for you. The person who will come and do a general cleaning, draw things, clean everywhere, which you could not clean during the week.
Yeah.
You make it more easier for you.
Yeah. So I think, I think this answer is purposely for me because what she just mentioned now, I still struggle a lot with it, and I know that there are a lot of us and a lot of you that you're like me, and maybe that like you're like Shay also in the comment section. Just drop it. I struggle a lot with this aspect that Shay just mentioned. So basically, I will just say that that answer that Shay just mentioned now is practically for me, and that is the gospel truth. A lot of us, we I will put it like, if you're like me also in the comment section, we're still struggling with making time during the day to rest. And I think that that has been how I have been wired, I would just say, because I tend to get burnout a lot of time. Okay, and this is the reason. Maybe cliniphonic or somehow, I don't know, I'm not specifically saying I am neat or maybe the other party is dirty. No, 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 don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to say that some of us, you know some of the challenges we have tried to embrace, which are not that okay, is we can easily take our eye. Yeah, we can take our eyes or just close our eyes on some aspects sometimes. And but now I've been able to try to just balance it. Now when the things are not that in place, I let them go to sleep before I get to clean. Before now, I would be cleaning while they are doing all of that, because I just can't overlook it. So, and my working space is around the kids. Maybe that is why I've been having a lot of challenges of that, because I cannot focus on my work while somewhere is being scattered, or while the kids are making a mess just beside me. Even though I know that that's just a normal kids mess, I can't just concentrate. I would have to I would have to either pause what I'm doing or send the kids away or start cleaning right away, because my mind.
Me, I can tell you the times I wash up in the house. Me, if I in the morning when I'm trying to prepare the kids for school, I wash out the dirty plates, I wash everything. I am not gonna go to that kitchen and touch any plate again until in the night. No matter what I use, they keep it there for me. When I want to sleep in the night, I wash them again. Sometimes even if I am tired or I'm coming from somewhere, I let it be. I wash it in the morning. See, although I was not like that before, when I get to understand my husband is someone that doesn't even care about all this stuff. He knows his own is that he knows you're not that dirty, you're not a dirty person, but he doesn't prioritize. Oh, you have to go and clean it now. He doesn't even care. Sometimes even if he's in the kitchen and he sells, he can do it himself and just help out with that. I don't know how to explain it, but some men makes their wife feel like you're not
You
doing
are not
anything,
doing anything.
and it's not like that. It's
Yeah.
not like that. Life is like you have to help each other. You have to be an helpmeet, not the one that will be the problem in the house.
Yeah.
So we have to tell you, see, when you prioritize your health, it will even help you yourself. You will look more younger, you will feel more younger, you feel more happy
Yeah.
with yourself. This is not about just you doing makeup or something. You yourself will
No.
feel happy. You'll feel rested. You have to see, learn to sleep when you're feeling sleepy. You see my immediate elder
I
brother.
struggle a lot with that.
My immediate elder
Hello.
brother, when someone comes to see us in our house, in his house, someone comes to greet him, like a visitor or something, and he's feeling sleepy, my dear, you will sit in that living room, he will go inside and sleep. I have never seen anybody like him. He will go and he prioritizes his health. He doesn't joke with sleeping. So his friends, everyone knows him. When he just move away from him and say, he has gone to sleep. Like he has gone to sleep. That is him for you. He's not that he's a bad person. People now get to understand him when they know he's sleeping. If you can wait, you wait. If you cannot wait, you go and come. You just have to prioritize your own health. So basically, all we've been saying or all we've been trying to say is that learn to do what works for you. Let me just put it like that. Do what works for you in everything. But try as much as possible to learn from different places. You see, there is nobody that knows what works for them except you start trying.
Yeah.
You understand? You start trying. Maybe you like what you had from me. You can put it in practice. What you had from her, you can put it in
Yeah.
practice, and you will see the one who works for you.
Works for
The
you.
one
Yes.
who works best, you stick to it. You learn from there. Then you start dreaming. You start organizing your life the way you
Yes.
want it to be, the
Yeah.
angle you want it to go through. So, and nobody is perfect. We are all learning. We're all moving gradually.
Yes. So that's just it, like in a nutshell, what we have been saying is that how we navigate and do our expenses, how we put ourselves first also, and also why taking care of the kids, we are not left out in taking care of ourselves.
Exactly.
And also, trying a lot of things, especially as a new mom. Try a lot of things. Look for the one that best fit your condition and your own family. Do not compare and do not copy. Do not think because we said this and you just want to stick with it. Try it out, okay? Because I believe we are being honest. So this is not about we, trying to derail you or trying to bring down anyone's effort. We are just trying to be honest, and whatever, look for the one that fits you, look for the one that mostly works very well with your family, blend with it, see which one you want to sieve out, and just go
Look
with
for
the
the
one that best suits you, sieve it out, try them, and pick the one that has your interest, pick the one that has your kids interest, pick the one that has your husband interest, pick the one that will not make you burn out, pick the one that will not make you look as if you're copying another person techniques. Just sit down and look at whichever one that matches your own situation at that given period. And then sometimes you tend to change those system as time goes on. If you have kids that are, toddlers, your system might be different from someone that has kids that are 10 years old. So just look for the one that best fits you. But in all, make sure you're resting in between your day. When you are tired, please sleep. When you are tired, please take a break. And when you need help, please, most of us, we don't know how to ask for help, and that is not a good idea at all. When you need help, ask for help, and have it in mind that you cannot do everything at once. A lot of us, a lot, the house chores keeps getting, a lot every now and then. So when you finish washing this, another one is coming in. So just time them and see the one that will not make you burn out and you will not make you get sick. So that is just it. And I believe by next one we'll be bringing another juicy questions on how we can go about, making sure that things are easy for us and also engaging you guys. So we will keep on saying that if you found this interesting, make sure you follow, like, subscribe as well, share it to any new mom, singles, even those that are already celebrating 20 years in marriage. Yes, we are still learning together. So just share it with them, and then comment below also what you would like us to, discuss more about. And so that will be a wrap